The hills are alive with the sound of music. Ah. Hello folks. Yes, do you know the musical Sound of Music? I wanted to talk about musicals. In fact, I wanted to talk about the word diegesis. A Greek word means a part of the narrative, to narrate. So, for example, when you're watching a film, the music that you hear, the background music, the actors or the characters in the film, they don't hear that music. It's off camera. It's off. So it's like called non-diegetic music. If there's a radio in the film that the actors can hear, that the characters can hear, that's called the diegetic. So anything that's taking place in the film is a part of the diegesis. Now in a musical, when we're watching a musical, any musical, you can see suddenly they'll go from the normal script. Now remember, they only look in the they don't look in the camera. Nobody in a film looks in the camera normally. It's like we're supposed to be the silent observer, the invisible silent observer, the viewer. You, in this case, I am now the character, the actor. I'm the performer, but I'm talking to you, so I'm not yet acting. As soon as I look away from the camera and start singing or talking or whatever to the other characters, then in that film, then I'm entering that diegesis. As long as I'm talking with you, the viewer, it's kind of, I don't know what it is, non-diegetic. It's a interaction. It's not actually a performance. So there's no script, So imagine you're watching Sound of Music and you've got these people in the film, they're talking and they're interacting, it's a normal situation, but then you see the nuns in the convents, they're starting to sing, the hills are alive with the sound of music, ah. And they're singing and they don't look at the camera. Right, and that's the thing is in a musical, it's like they don't know they're singing. Everybody's dancing away, and it's like it's a artistic musical representation of a scene, and those people in that scene don't know they're singing, and they don't hear the music they're singing to. The hills are alive. They don't hear that. But in the film Sound of Music, if Julie Andrews and the kids all making clothes out of paisley curtains and running around singing my favourite things and stuff. There's one song in that, or there's one song called, what's it called? Do Re Mi. And it's a song where they know they're singing in the film. They're sat there going, looking at the camera even, including you, do, a deer, a female, and the eyes go all funny and that in these musicals. A ray, a drop of golden sun, me, and they, and then all the dancing stuff, but they still know they're singing. So that's diegesis. Now the reason I'm talking about this is because, if you imagine we're living in a film now. I know it's very easy to think, oh yeah, this is real life, this isn't a film, but just imagine it's kind of a big show, and you're in it, and you're a character, an actor, and you have some kind of magical script that's been written as you carry on. Is it fate? Is it destiny? Is it just? But there's some kind of script, something forcing you to say what you're saying, whether it's you or whatever. And so it feels like a show, And there's times where you can get, you can say things and get angry and shout at people, or explain things to children, and you kind of put on a different face, you express a little bit of anger or whatever, but inside that you're not really angry, you're just expressing it, you're just living it out. But there's times when you totally lose your temper and you completely lose your composition, you become totally into your own emotions so much that becomes what's right. You become you become that character. You forget that it's a musical. You forget that you're singing. You're singing on behalf of the film almost. You're singing on behalf of life, but you're not actually aware you're singing. And I don't know if that, it can be a dangerous place to be. Just letting out your emotions as if it's right. Same as diegesis. It's much better to be in that film and to know you're singing and to enjoy the singing. You know, if you take it one step further, imagine the filming, the making of the film Sound of Music. You know, where the nun, when she's singing, she knows she's singing because she's an actor and a singer. She's trained. There's a camera crew and everything aiming at her. But it's the art for her to be able to sing in such a way that us, the audience, think she's convinced in us with herself so much that she's in a different world. Do you get what I'm talking about? I think the point where you lose control over your emotions is the point where you enter the show and become, a character that you can't that you're no longer authoring yourself. Yeah. I don't know if I portrayed that any good, actually. I was thinking about this one for a few weeks and I thought about adding some music and stuff, and demonstrating, but this isn't my style at this moment on this channel. I can do all sorts of kind of video effects and stuff, but I really do like to keep it down to, voice, being truthful, showing, you can see my eyes, you can see that I'm not reading off a script, you can see that I'm connected with nature, you can see that I'm actually not imprisoned or anything, I'm independent. And so you can listen to what I've got to say and know that it comes with good faith to you. Okay, see you later. The hills are alive. What's that? I see that on the camera. Yeah, cheerio.